Hi, welcome back everyone to a new episode on the Crossbar channel. Today we're talking Europa Leagues. Yep, we had 8 games across Europe today. The round of 16 is finally here. So yeah, let's dissect what happened across all the games and especially Manchester United playing at Barcelona. Without further ado, let's go. Okay, let's start with the two giants. FC Barcelona hosting Manchester United at the Camp Nou. Still funny to think about these two teams facing in the Europa League round of 16 instead of being in the Champions League. But that's not here nor there. It was a good game nonetheless, even if the first half was scoreless. Perfect game, nice tempo. Manchester United was pressing. Barcelona also had opportunities in the beginning of the game. But even looking at the team, you can see both teams are taking this competition seriously, especially Manchester United. I was surprised a little bit because I thought they might put everything in the Premier League, especially with what's going on with Arsenal. I think Man United has a good chance to push. So saying that they're playing pretty much the starting 11 really on a Thursday night, it was kind of like, wow. I guess here in Ten Hag taking everything seriously, which is good. Good for the spectacle, good for the viewer, and good for us. So I was just a little bit surprised that he put his, starting 11, knowing that it's crazy out there domestically. But nonetheless, everybody played. De Gea on the goal, Bissaka, Varane. I was shocked. Looked short the way he started, and then Malaysia, Casemiro, Sancho started. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Van Horst. Barcelona, they pretty much the first 11 actually: Ter Stegen, Koundé, Aho, Marco Alonso, Jordi Alba, Kessié, De Jong, Gavi, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. So it was pretty much the starting 11. So both teams played the tail off. And like I said, entertaining game. Manchester United had a little more clear opportunity, even though Lewandowski had one. But anyway, they went to the halftime 0-0, came back, the game got even more exciting. So all in all, it was a good game. Pretty much the two team balance. It could have went either way at the end of the game. Marcus Rashford had another good game, a great performance. He scored and participated in the second goal too. Shout out to Bruno Fernandes. I really like his game today. He was pretty much everywhere, organizing and defensively. He was tracking back like a left back. He was pretty much a defender and organizing. So I liked his work rate today. I was very impressed. So does Rainworks. Same thing with Casemiro. Of course, Jadon Sancho was good. Not too good, but it was okay. But yeah, Barcelona, Lewandowski did his thing. Frankie de Jong was good at time, but some other time he was kind of not there. Kessié was solid. Jordi Alba almost had a goal. I mean, it was good too. But yeah, 2-2 at the Camp Nou. Now I think the next game is going to be next week. Yeah, so now next game is next week at Old Trafford. Let's see, with 2-2 and knowing that there's no more away goal, it's going to be another spectacle. So it can go either way, really. But if you ask me, both teams have 50-50 chance of going through the second leg, because at this level, each person, back when the away goal was in effect, you had to win the game at home and hope for the best in the second leg. But now it's like pretty much a final. In 2 games are a final. The only difference is you play at the other person's stadium. But other than that, Barcelona can win in England just like Man United could have won in Spain today. So whoever play home and away, it's not quite a factor. We talk about these calibers of teams like Barcelona and United. They've been there, they've done that. I know it's not the same Man United that was going deep into Europe, but still they have experience into a hostile environment, and it shouldn't be difficult for Barcelona also, who's used to that. So yeah, it will be a good game next week. We'll see how it goes. The rest of the games today, let's roll over them. Pretty much Juventus and FC Nantes 1-1. Juve had the opportunity at the end of the game with the penalty that was disallowed. I think it was the right call from the ref because Bremen really used his hand to hold the FC Nantes player. So yeah, no penalties for me, and I think the ref got it right. 1-1. We see next week in France how Juve does, but Vlahovic, I'm not as convinced as I was with him. I think he looks kind of heavy. He's not as sharp as he was. So I don't know what's going on with him. Di Maria played well. Other than that, I would say Cuadrado played well. Rabiot did his thing. Paredes too. But 1-1, Juve could have done better. Juve should have done better, especially playing at home against FC Nantes. So, but it can go either way in France. Nantes can go through or Nantes can just drop the ball. Next game, we have Sporting Lisbon playing Midland. So Sporting really equalized at the end of the game. So it was a 1-1. They got away with it with that draw. Next game they're gonna play in Denmark and see if they can get a W. I still think Sporting Lisbon is the better team. I don't understand how they got shook today, but they still have a chance to go through. Next we got Bayern Leverkusen playing AS Monaco home. Monaco won with the W. Monaco scored very last moment. And a great strike, finishing the game. Yeah, I was surprised about Leverkusen the way they approached the game. They were way too open, but that's kind of the start of the game. But I was surprised at this level that they was this much open. Maybe they didn't think Monaco had the weapon offensively, especially the pace. But Crépin Diatta is really, really pacey. Ben Yedder is not as much, but Diatta is a threat with the through ball. So 3-2 Monaco has a great option to finish off the job at home. Now they have to do is just win or not lose. And especially with Leverkusen style of play, if they play open today, they're gonna open up when they go to Monaco on next week. Sevilla played against PSV Eindhoven at home. Finally, Sevilla winning 3-0. That was good. Sevilla struggling domestically. I thought PSV Eindhoven could have, give them more problem. Xavi Simon played well, but Sevilla was just too much for them, especially in the second half. It was too much. So good for Sevilla. Hopefully that boosts them a little bit and give them some, thing to work for back in La Liga. Then we had Ajax playing Union Berlin. I could not have imagined this game finishing 0-0, especially how the way Union Berlin has been playing in Germany. Ajax is also an offensive team, so to see the both finishing 0-0, that was a disappointment, but it is what it is. Next we had RB Salzburg playing AS Roma. I thought AS Roma would get away with a win, even if I thought, Salzburg, it's not easy to beat at home, but I just thought Jose Mourinho and his guy, especially Tammy Abraham, he missed that opportunity, and you should bury that. You definitely should bury that. I thought AS Roma would do the job and get with the win, but it didn't. Now they're going back in Italy. They have to win. No more thinking too much about it. They have to win. And we see how they do. And then Shakhtar Donetsk plays Stade Rennais. Shakhtar won 2-1. Shout out to my boy Karl Toko Ekambi, who scored for Stade Rennais, but it was not enough. We see next week in France, they have to play a better or more attacking football. I know they're missing my boy Martin Terrier, but they have to pick themselves up. That's why they got Toko Ekambi, I believe, to come in and do the job. So yeah, we see next week. Again, a quick recap of all the game. Juve, FC Nantes 1-1, Sporting Lisbon, Midland 1-1, Leverkusen 2, Monaco 3, Sevilla 3, PSV Eindhoven 2, FC Barcelona and Man United 2-2, Ajax and Union Berlin 0-0. RB Salzburg beat AS Roma 1-0. Shakhtar Donetsk won against Stade Rennais 2-1. Yeah, the next game will come in really quick next week, so no time to be licking your wound. Just have to go back, rest a little bit. Not even much time to train really properly because they are domestic league coming up, and then back to European business. So we see how everybody else does. A couple of teams are in a good spot to win, but yeah, especially Sevilla is in a great spot, winning 3-0. That's really good. They can see PSV Eindhoven coming. Nothing really to stress. That's kind of the only team that can. It's pretty much certain they're gonna make it unless they super drop the ball, which I don't see happening. Even if they're gonna play in Eindhoven, I really don't see that happening. But yeah, we get all the action again. I'll be here next week letting you know what happened, who did what, where, and how. Let me know in the comment below who you think is gonna go through in the second leg next week. Who were you surprised by this week, and who you think is gonna go through? And I'll see you guys on the next one.